Welcome to the Good Ride. I'm James Beastie, and I try on outerwear for you guys. This is the 686 Hydrastash Reserve insulated jacket. 686 has the worst names for their stuff. And despite the name, I like this fit and I like the look of this jacket. It's got this like sheen to it that almost is like, I think as Davey said, did you say high visibility?
It's almost high visibility.
Yeah, it's almost high vis. And I really actually like this look of it.
Hey guys, Grant here with The Good Ride. And this is compliments of Gravity Sports up at Mount Bachelor. I'm 160 pounds, a little over 6 foot. This is a size large. Fit, and oddly, we just did another 686 jacket. So the fit in the arm length of this is pretty much as short as I would want to go. So I would compare it to even like most mediums of my personal jackets, or jacket, I should say right now. But I like the arm length. The length here is okay. It's not as long as some. And then, I'm okay with the large being a little baggy in the chest. I normally have problems with the length of the jacket. This is the Hydrastash jacket. Like I said, it's already been talked about the features. It's got the bladder that goes through here. It holds 25 ounces. And you've got your mouthpiece here, the straw, to the bladder. So, my opinion on this, again, mainly here to talk about the fit, but my opinion on this is that I personally would just use a 750 ml or 1 liter soft flask with the water bottle top on it, or with the lock top on it, and put it in the jacket, or the pocket of another jacket, because I think this is not really my thing. I don't know if I'd want that back there. And it is removable, but other than that, it's a great jacket. The fit's better than the other 686 I've tried. This is their 2-layer Infidry fabric, which I believe is a nylon or a poly. I'm not sure. That wasn't disclosed in the description I read, but yes, they're 2-layer fabric. And it's feeling toasty, so thanks guys.
When it comes to the construction, I like this outer material. It feels very slick, and it feels like the snow isn't going to stick to this, especially wet snow. Some materials invite snow to stay. This invites snow to shed, and I like that. The overall construction seems pretty good too, in terms of stitching, seams, etc., zippers. All looks pretty good there. What are we looking at? Okay, we got another 20K waterproofing and 15K breathability, which is pretty good, middle tier, but I don't really know how it performs on snow. Let's talk about helmet and hood compatibility. We have these little mouthpieces still in their wrapper for the bladder of this, which we'll talk about eventually. But it's making it a little tighter, but even with this gone, it's very tight. This is a large jacket and a medium Smith Mace helmet, and I can barely turn my head with this. It seems like it's made for people who don't wear helmets. And when it comes to over-the-glove cuff compatibility, pretty good here. It's gonna slide back down and on and not be a problem. So, not bad there. Putting this over is a little loose, but you could still get a glove over if you want to. You also have these cuffs. I generally hate cuffs like this, the little wrist gaiters, but these feel really good. They're not too tight, they're not too restricting, and if you don't want to use them, they're not going to bunch up on your wrist and make you feel uncomfortable. Pit zips are typical 686 pit zips. They don't open very wide. They don't let a lot of stuff in, but they also don't let as much out as some without meshed zips or wider meshed zips. But they're pretty easy for pit zips, which are always hard up and down. Let's talk outer pockets. First off, you got a cell phone pocket here. And this is an S22 Ultra. It's pretty big, and it fits in here no problem, but it's not such a big pocket that this is going to bounce around too much and bother you as you're riding. It doesn't have that cool gaiter that some of the other jackets we've tried from 686 have, and I really liked that other gaiter. It was the first gaiter I've ever used. that just kind of held your phone in place perfectly. Little pocket within a pocket. And that was cool. This one doesn't have it, but I don't know if you'll miss it too much if this calls to you look-wise. You have another pocket here, and it goes to about right here and up around just a little past your nip. Doesn't go up to your collarbone like a lot of them do. And same with this one. So sometimes you get those pockets that go all the way up and then all the way to your waistline, and these don't. You have two micro fleece lined big front pockets that I think are exceptional. They've got this micro fleecy material on the outer part of your hand to keep your hands warm, and then this really slick taffeta style liner right here to get in and out easily. So this zipper is a little catchy, but inside we have not much going on. We just have a little stash pocket right here, a little goggle pocket right here. And Davey is super stoked about this hydration system, so he's going to come out here right now and geek on this with you guys, because you're actually considering this as one of your jackets, right? Unfortunately, they didn't have a double XL for him, but
I am considering it as one of my jackets, or maybe one of my bibs, because I got the hydration system bib on right now. And this thing's a large.
yeah, I'll just hold it
won't
up
try
and
it
you can
on.
talk about it.
Alright, so the hydration system, you're going to see we got this big old zipper right here. Comes down, fits the whole tube for the mouthpiece. And then,
All the way
then
down.
it goes around the back of the whole waist powder skirt. And you got a big old tube in here.
I think it's like 2 liters. 1 sec.
Is it 2 liters? 25 ounces.
It's more than you'd have without.
Yes. It's more than you would have without. And let's see how easily this zips back up.
And it's a double-sided zipper, which is cool.
It is a double-sided zipper.
Yeah.
That is great. This zipper moves nice and easy. It's a lightweight zipper. Doesn't catch really very much. Bring her on up. Get her all zippered up. And you're good to go. We can't actually put water into these because we haven't bought them. And we don't want to void the warranty for our good friends at Gravity Sports.
Thanks, guys.
But I would imagine that this wouldn't be too bulky on the backside. I like the idea of it. I'm not sure how well it will handle up in a crash. If you eat it really hard or anything like that, it might pop on you. But for the most part, seems like it works pretty well.
But it might also save your ass, literally.
Yeah, especially
your
where it's
lower
in the
back.
small of your
Yeah.
back. Yeah.
I get hurt there a lot because my back and butt are kind of the same. There's not much ass going on with me. And this liner right here, this fleece liner, it makes this jacket feel very warm. It's got light insulation throughout, but then on top of that you have that fleece going all the way up the back and into the hood, and some taffeta on the side so it's not too fleecy and catchy. But it's not a super warm jacket, but it's a pretty warm jacket. And the jacket to pant interface is just a fixed powder skirt that is also the bladder. So you can take the bladder out and definitely cut some weight, but it's kind of a combo thing, which can be good and bad. So
Yeah.
overall, I don't need a hydration system in my jacket personally, but Davey,
Cottonmouth King over here. Sometimes I ride with a dry mouth. What can I say?
yeah, so it's just all personal preference. I think this is a pretty interesting idea. So one thing that Davey pointed out is that the bladder in the back of the bib and the bladder in this jacket seem to be almost in the same place. Is that right?
Yep.
And so that could be a bit problematic. It seems like it might be a touch lower. So it sits right here. And then this one sits just a little lower. But it might overlap and create a big bubble in your lower back. Like you have a beer belly in your back. So I don't know about that.
Even just the two of them sitting against each other would probably feel pretty weird. Like you got a big bouncy bulge back there.
Yeah.
But Yeah, and I wish we were able to put water in this, water in that, so we could get a feel for which one disperses the weight better. I'm gonna say the jacket will probably feel more natural, just because you're gonna have a weight pulling on these elasticy bib straps when you fill the bladder and the bibs. So you'll probably notice it more in these. And I feel like just these pants, but these ones come with a nice reinforced thing, so it'll hold it up for you. But I think overall, the jacket would be a more natural feel if you're going for this type of hydration system.
And you're used to things kind of like being in your jacket already, kind of sagging it on your shoulders. I think that's a great point. So overall, interesting.